Coming up on the marketplace, government projects ends to rising prices of foodstuffs and shortages on the market for September this year. Also coming up, meanwhile, shortage of maize supply in parts of the country is taking a negative toll on businesses along the food chain. We'll take you to Kumasi, where the high demand for maize for human consumption has resulted in an unhealthy competition for the commodity.
Maize.
This month, from January,
From January, the price has never been stable.
Plus, we explore the abundant resources and as well the opportunities in the VOLTA region in our special feature.
VOLTA region has been described as a tourism hub of Ghana, with a variety of tourist attractions to boast of. From the food to tourist destinations, the region is ripe for investment in agribusiness, ecotourism, and ICT.
Yeah, welcome to the program. We have more after this break this day. You're welcome to the program. Government says it expects the current spike in prices of foodstuff and commodities on the market to fully normalize from September this year. Now, food prices have increased significantly over the past 2 months, while some markets are experiencing acute shortages. But of course, speaking on PM Express Business Edition, the Deputy Minister of Agric, Yao Frimpong Ado, said the projection is based on the upcoming harvest season and the introduction of some emergency policy measures.
Between April, May, June, July, we call it the planting season, both north and south of the country. So naturally, food becomes very scarce around this time of the year. But the good thing is that, in spite of the high prices, the foodstuffs are available, especially yam, which has the new yam has come, and because of that, yam prices are very good. But if you compare it with maize, it's a big problem. It's a big problem because poultry farmers and those who have piggery and these are competing for the limited products on the market. Because of that, prices have gone up. Today, for instance, I ate a certain size of kinky, and I screamed and said, "Wow, this size of kinky at 150 is too small." But it is to be expected at that time. It is our hope that once the new produce are beginning to be harvested by end of September, October, prices will stabilize because we are going to have lots of foodstuffs on the market. And naturally, demand and supply, the presence of demand and supply will settle the price. So if you ask me about prices, yes, everybody in the ministry concedes that prices are quite high on the market. Yes.
Well, meanwhile, the shortage of maize supply in parts of the country is taking a negative toll on businesses along the food chain. Now, we take it to Kumasi, where correspondent Prince Apia reports that the high demand for maize for human consumption has resulted in an unhealthy competition for the commodity. Here's more.
Kofi Mensah is a corn mill operator. He has been in business for the past 20 years. According to him, this is the year he has recorded the lowest turn-up of customers.
Okay, to Bruno de Gumana, Seni Sibana Suti, and Tisse, a Bruno Homo, a Bro Homo, a Gumanoba, more.
When maize is in season, my shop is usually filled with barrels of soaked maize. Now my shop is usually empty.
Although he's recording low sales, Kofi Mensah is hopeful business will pick up soon.
I am hoping the situation will change, so my business will boom.
In the past 7 months, the price of maize has shot up from 250 Ghana cedis to 450 Ghana cedis per bag. Retailers of maize at the Kumasi Central Market have bemoaned the continuous rise in the price of maize.
This month, from January,
From January, the price has never been stable. The highest price of maize should have been 300 cedis, but it is now sold at 450 Ghana cedis.
In previous years, Fafa, a condo seller at the Aja market, could buy 5 bags of maize at 1,000 Ghana cedis. This year, 1,000 Ghana cedis can buy only 3 bags.
At first, when you send 1,000 Ghana cedis, you get maybe 5 to 6 bags. But now, when you send 1,000 Ghana cedis, you get 2 or even 3. You see, it's very high. The prices are too high to the extent that you need to add more money. Like when at first you were sending 1,000, you send 20,000 so that you get the 5 bags that you were getting at first.
In processing the corn dough, Fafa explains how she is charged by other traders. This has affected her profit.
You send it to the mill. The person who makes it for like this for you will take money. The person who will carry it will take money. You buy rubber and cover it. You buy these ones too to tie them, plus the black rubbers too. When you finish selling and you don't get the actual price that you used to send to the market to buy the stars, then you run at a loss.
Elizabeth Akande recounts this year as the worst year of doing business. She alleges some traders hoard corn dough and maize. The traders then sell the commodities at unreasonably high prices.
Because
Some traders have been hoarding maize and corn dough, and they sell them at high prices.
Ama, a kinky seller at Aja, said she has seen a decline in sales. She has reduced the size of her kinky balls to meet the increase in maize price. Her customers keep complaining.
If I stick to the old kinky size, I will not make profits.
The shortage of maize in Ghana has been attributed to several factors, and one is the little or no rainfall in 2020, and another is the influx of foreigners from Burkina Faso and Niger to the northern part of Ghana to purchase maize. If this situation continues, there's a likelihood that there will be little maize for human consumption. And mind you, poultry farmers have also started complaining that the price of poultry feed is quite high because maize is a large component of poultry feed production. From Kumasi for JoyNews, Mona Lisa Frempong.
Still on matters regarding the agri sector, Ghana is ranked 4th in the world, 40th actually in the world, in terms of exports of sweet potato. Now, the nation earned $434,000 from the export of the foodstuff in the year 2019. Now, the country could earn more if sweet potato is processed into other products. My colleague Emma Davis visits Uncle Tiko's bakery, which uses sweet potato as its main ingredient.
My name is Ernest Amwansan. I am a farmer with Humpo Investments. We produce OFSP and we also add value to OFSP.
Ernest Amwansa is a farmer who decided in 2017 to venture into value addition of sweet potatoes, but describes the sector as difficult. However, he is hopeful of the industry's potential when Ghanaians fully appreciate the nutritional benefits of sweet potato.
We have been doing this since 2017.
How do you say the journey has been so far?
Very, very difficult, and we are still in the difficult part. We see a very big light at the end of the tunnel, and so we are encouraged to do that.
A bakery is a subsidiary of the Sweet Potato Utilization Center he oversees, which adds value to the crop and processes them into bread, kenke, gari, among others. He explains the processes involved in making bread with sweet potato.
When we get the roots, the first thing we do is to wash and clean the root and make sure they are very clean. And then you pre-cook it just by adding heat. So when it is pre-cooked, you peel. If there are stones, if there are parts that need to be cut off, you peel. After peeling, you send it to the mill where you crush. After crushing, we pack them in 3 kilo packs and we freeze them. So anytime we want to do bread, we calculate the number of kilos we need, bring them out, and then we'll add flour. We come to the table, mix it, and then in some few minutes time, our sweet potato bread is ready. It comes in a form of butter bread, sugar bread, wheat bread, all in the name of orange flesh sweet potatoes.
How long does it stay before it goes bad?
If it is frozen, you can keep it for 6 months. If it's not frozen, the lifespan is just 1 or 2 days. Bread production comes with formulas. You don't just go and mix anything that you want. So for the sizes, you have to develop the formula and know that this formula fits for the size. And so it's up to you to make sure that I have done the right thing, I have the right figures. And so once you do that, you are getting a very good results. If you don't do that and you don't do your calculations well, you will get it wrong and bread will come out not too nice.
Ghana imports about $100 million of flour annually. Ernest believes when bakers are well educated on the benefits of sweet potato, they will fuse it with their recipes and it will benefit the economy in the long run.
We have to look for money and educate the bakers so that they can buy into the use of OFSP to replace the ordinary flour. And so the journey has not been smooth because we needed funds to do that. But Ghana imports almost about 100 million USD of flour, assuming bakers are ready to buy into this system. 30% of that money will go to farmers, and that 30% is $30 million. And farmers will be happy. Everybody who is in it will also make some profits.
Sweet potato is fortified with vitamin A for good eyesight and has fiber in it, hence it prevents constipation.
And of course, the full interview will be aired on JoyNews at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Do make a date for that. Let's now talk tourism, because one major project which could open up the change and change the economic fortunes of people of the Jurapa municipality as well as the Upper West region at large is the siting of a safari resort project which is under construction at Jurapa. Now, the multi-million-dollar safari resort has a land size of 4 kilometers and upon completion will house over 400 species of animals. The project has been executed by management of Royal Cozy Hills, otherwise known as Jurapa Dubai Hotel, and is already 76% complete. JoyNews Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam, who visited the site, reports that projects, apart from boosting the tourism industry, will give students the opportunity to learn more about Ghana's wildlife.
One of the many projects which management of Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, otherwise known as Jurapa Dubai, is putting up to give a facelift to the hospitality and tourism industries in the Upper West region is the construction of a 4-kilometer safari resort. Work on the project is moving steadily and is already 76% complete. Project manager of Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Michael Kruger, says the safari resort, when completed, will not only entice tourists to come to the Upper West region, but will be a game changer in the region's development.
Within the safari in itself, you can see we have this artificial lake here, which created an island with an open restaurant where we expect guests to have a feel of nature's environment. In addition to this area, we have fishes in there available for fishing activities, aqua activities. Also, going forward on this project, we have some aqua games that we want to introduce on this, like the jet skiing and whatnot. So yes, the safari aspect is also ongoing, and from what we can all see, we are done about 76% on this project when it comes to safari aspect alone. We are expecting the last batch of animals to be arriving within this quarter, and by the end of this year, that's by the last quarter, we should have a full commissioning on the safari aspect of this project as well.
Several animal species have already been brought to the safari resort, which is still under construction. Some caged and others allowed to move freely, but within the 4 kilometers length fence range. Notable among them are the zebras, ostriches, kangaroos, tortoises, and antelopes. Others are gorillas, peacocks, geese, and ponies. Dams have also been constructed to keep aquatic animals and also serve the drinking needs of other animals. 41-year-old Marcel Peter Tournier, since age 5, had love for animals and manages the safari resort.
I've been working with animals since I was about 5 years old, and I've worked right the way through with snakes all the way to birds, to predators. I've trained animals. I do a lot of movie work with lions, hyenas, wild dogs, cheetahs, stuff like that. I specialize in breeding cheetahs, so I love working with a variety of different animals. And animals are straightforward. They tell you to your face whether they like you or not, so you know exactly where your playing field is with them.
He said some of the animals that will be brought to the safari resort will not only be the best, but the first time seen in either Ghanaian or West African soil. He said by the time the safari resort is open to the public at the end of the year, you'll have about 400 different species of animals there.
Well, very simple. The animals are here for a few reasons: for breeding and education, and to attract tourists. To get people in, they can have a nice close look at some of the animals. Some of the species that we're bringing in, it's going to be first for Ghana, and we're busy working on a few surprises. We're seeing if we can try and bring those in. That will also be the first for Ghana. So yeah, keep posted.
I'm just coming out from one of 4 night houses constructed for the lions that will be kept at this safari. This is the place that has been first inspected by the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission. Marcel Tournier explained how they will manage the 4 lions they intend to bring to the safari resort.
Behind me here, this is the night house facilities. It's divided into 4, so we can split the lions up if we have to. The lions have access to these night houses every single day and every single night. Doors will always be open unless we're inside cleaning. When we're inside cleaning, we train them to come in, we close the doors, and we can safely go in and clean. So the enclosure itself is divided into 2. So if we've got any babies, the male can be split one side, and the female can go out with the babies. And then what we do is when we introduce the females, when we introduce females to the babies, we introduce one at a time. We let them bond with the babies, and when they're ready, we let the male out. We introduce him to the babies. Otherwise, if it happens too quickly, it can get quite nasty.
Apart from this project, boosting the tourism industry in the Upper West region, it also gives opportunity to students to come around to learn more about animals right here.
By the time, within the next 5 years, we will have the zoo section operational, which will have a variety of different monkey species, all the way through to maras and wallabies and birds and tortoises. And then I want to start introducing a reptiles section also. We can have showcase some of the snakes that we get here in Ghana. Yeah, and then bringing in more of the predator species, wild dogs, hyenas, cheetahs. We're going to set up a cheetah breeding program, which will also be one of the firsts for West Africa and Central Africa. Quite a few different things, quite a few different projects in place.
Despite the huge potential benefit that the region stands to gain from the completion of the safari project and other tourist sites in the region, most tourists and holiday makers are reluctant to come to the region due to the unavailability of commercial flight operations. It is the hope of players in the tourism industry that the dismantling of the 44 mast which flight operator says is sited on the flight path, will enable commercial flights to resume operations in the region. When that is done, the tourism industry will be well patronized, leading to the total development of the Upper West region.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam, Jirba.
From the Upper West region, we visit the VOLTA region, where explore the rich culture, heritage, as well as the great resource and potential of the VOLTA region. The region has been described as a tourism hub of Ghana ahead of the VOLTA Fair starting November 15th to 28th. JoyNews MFR Paul takes us on a trip to the VOLTA region and highlights the opportunities in agribusiness. Here's more.
I love the VOLTA region. I am passionate about everything VOLTA, not because I come from there, but because of its rich culture. The VOLTA region has been described as a tourism hub of Ghana, with a variety of tourist attractions to boast of. From the food to tourist destinations, the region is ripe for investment in agribusiness, ecotourism, and ICT. We are currently at the Maflix Trust Farm here in Juje, Tajahu, we are told. Well, behind me you can see the greenhouses. I've counted them, it's 7 by 3 of them. It's just one of the farms that we're visiting as part of our VOLTA Fair. You can see, you've told you that our VOLTA Fair is made up of 3 main themes. It will be on agribusiness, tourism, and then, of course, IT. A very wonderful place, beautiful irrigation, a number of crops. We've seen the beautiful potatoes, the okra, amongst others. This is one of the main reasons why you need to be part of the VOLTA Fair. So you exhibit, and then you can attract investors as well for your business.
In Ghana, we have advantage to grow 3 times in a year. We compete with Egypt. Egypt do only 1 season. They're in a season now. So most of the buyers, they are focusing in Africa, especially Ghana now.
I find it interesting that you are growing Asian vegetables in Ghana and you are exporting to the UK.
Yeah.
Is it that they find it cheaper to get it from Africa because of what is the issue?
No, because of the transit time and logistic. You know, when you ship this evening, we are shipping today. Tomorrow morning is in UK. Netherlands is in Netherlands early in the morning.
So our location is an advantage
exactly
when it comes to fruits and vegetables for the value chain.
But the challenges we have by logistic too is we don't have our national airline. It's one of the big challenges. About 3 weeks ago, we'll be having challenges with a BA. Very big issue. You go to the airport, they'll bring a small flight. I think now they are bringing a bigger flight, but the freight cost is so high. So those are the only challenges. But in terms of position in Africa, West Africa, we have a good chance. So most of the buyers want to buy produce from Ghana.
The agribusiness sector is one of the 23 sectors under the AGI. We have 23 sectors from agribusiness to government. And as I also mentioned earlier, we work closely with government. And what we do, we are the leading voice of the private sector and continue to advocate. So as part of the advocacy, we know that for investors, or for us to be able to attract foreign direct investment, the enabling environment must be created. Government must create the enabling environment for us to be able to pitch and to be able to sell Ghana. That means the ease of business, doing business must be improved. That means there must be available land, there must be industrial parks, there must be affordable power, and there must be cost of credit. So we continue to advocate for that, for government to be able to do that, so that we can attract foreign direct investment and with partnership with our locals, technology transfer, and to improve on our economic situation.
The VOLTA region is a microcosm of Ghana. It is an embodiment of Ghana. Everything you want to see in Ghana is right in here. So once you come in here, once you visit VOLTA, you have experienced Ghana. Go home and sleep.
This year, November, we'll be having the VOLTA Trade, Cultural and Investment Fair. And I want to welcome everybody, wherever you are, whether in this country, whether you are from VOLTA region, or everybody all over the world is invited to come and join us from 15th to 28th of November. So I welcome you all.
My next visit will take me to the monkey sanctuary, the snake farm, the white clay pit known as Agatawe or Ayelo at Amfuega, among others. That trip will be soon, so catch me if you can But by all means, be at this year's VOLTA Fair in November. Visit VOLTA and experience Ghana.
Pictures there, MFR Power reporting. That's how we end Marketplace. For more news, you log on to myjoyonline.com, where we have all the stories making headlines in Ghana and around the world. Once again, many thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of our programs.